it is Kate here. Thank you so much for joining me for a class today. I have got a 20-minute full body Pilates class in store for us today. Now, I necessarily wouldn't call it a beginner class, but really there are lots of modifications throughout, so all levels are welcome. Let's go ahead and get started. So we'll be starting at the very back of our mat, standing up tall and straight. Just take your feet to whatever feels best for you. Maybe bend the knees, maybe give yourself a little sway side to side if that feels good, but eventually begin to stand up taller and straighter. Maybe even bring one hand to your stomach and one hand to your back, simply to give yourself a little bit of extra awareness. Are you already dumping your weight forward, or have you already begun to elongate your low back? Pull that belly button in, lightly cinch the waist, allow your hands to be heavy by your side. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, drop your chin to your chest, lightly bend your knees, making sure they track over your toes, and begin to forward fold, letting those fingertips be heavy. Let the top of your head really reach for the floor so we can elongate that cervical spine. Take a big breath. Bend the knees, pull the belly button in, begin to restack the spine one vertebrae at a time until you're already back upright. Take a great big inhale as you arrive. Exhale, chin to chest. Bend the knees again. Roll, drop, reach those fingertips all the way down to the ground. Let your head be so heavy. And then again, bend the knees, drop, and roll yourself all the way back upright. One more time, just like that. Big inhale, exhale, chin to chest. Knees are reaching over the toes. Fingertips nice and heavy. And then stay for a moment here. Maybe grab your elbows. Maybe bring your hands behind your head if that feels a little bit better. And simply take a sway. Simply take a little bit of movement. Maybe nod the head. Maybe wiggle around. And then from here, I want us to bend our knees even more and look up to the top of the mat and begin to crawl yourself all the way out to a great big plank pose. Now, as you arrive in that plank, stay for a moment. Remember what it felt like to stand up tall and straight, really turning on all our muscles, engaging our low belly, lengthening through our low back. Keep that in mind. Take a breath. Bend the knees, tip your hips back, crawl yourself all the way back to that lovely forward fold. Roll yourself up, slow and steady. Let's do that 2 more times. Chin to chest, bend the knees, reach those fingertips, reach the top of your head down. Take a moment. You can always go a little faster, a little slower. Look forward and crawl. Can you keep your hips so even, so steady? No hula dancing here, my friends. Big inhale, bend the knees, reach back, walk your hands all the way back. When you arrive, find that center of gravity. Pull your belly button up and in. Roll yourself all the way up to standing. Last time. Chin to chest. Drop. Reach the fingertips. Reach the head down, down, down. And we'll come on out to that to our plank pose and hold. Give yourself a moment here. Feel that connection of your inner thighs kind of reaching towards one another. It's like they're little magnets pulling them in towards one another while you lift that low belly button up and in. Take one more breath. Simply drop the knees down and sink back into a little child's pose. Take a great big stretch. You want to tent your fingertips and crawl them away, lengthening through your spine a little bit more. You go right ahead. But otherwise, plant the hands down and rise up into your tabletop. Now from here, all I want us to do is extend our right foot back. Low belly pulls up and in. Broaden the shoulders. Tone the stomach. Take a great big inhale. Cinch the waist just a little bit more and squeeze that spot where your thigh and your glute connect. Take one more breath here without tipping your pelvis forward at all, without letting that low belly drop. I want you to exhale and lift your right foot up. Keep the foot flexed. Inhale, touch your toe down. Exhale, quickly lift it up. Inhale, touch your toe down. Quickly lift it up. Let's do 3, 2, last one. Lift and hold. Tone that spot where your thigh and your glute connect. Take a great big breath, and I just want you to pulse it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Did your pelvis move at all? I hope not. Lift it up, lengthen. Let's do it again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Last time you can do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right there, I want you to drop that foot down to the ground. Take a breath and exhale, lift up into your plank pose. Give yourself a moment to arrive. Now, we are going to repeat that little sequence, but here in our plank pose, if that's too much, always know you can drop your foot down. But otherwise, I want you to take a big inhale. Exhale, lift your foot up. Inhale, touch your toes down. Exhale, quickly lift it up. Touch that toe down, quickly lift it up. 2 more. Last one. Lift and hold. We're only going to do that set of pulses once. So reach that heel away, broaden your shoulders, and let's go. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that knee down. Go ahead. Sink your hips back. Find that great big child's pose. Take a moment. Find a long, straight spine. And go ahead and come on back up to your hands and your knees, and we'll repeat to the other side. Lengthen your left leg long. Zip up through the front of the body. Broaden your shoulders side to side. Tone your thigh butt, that spot where your thigh and your glute connect. Take a big inhale. Exhale, lift up. Did your pelvis tip forward? I hope not. Make the movement smaller if you feel like it is. And let's go ahead and drop it down for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Lift and hold. Tone that spot where your thigh and your glute connect. It's one of the only times I'll ever say squeeze. Think of squeezing it so hard you could hold a pencil there. And let's do our little pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Tone the belly. Broaden the shoulders. Again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Last set. Make it the best one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that foot. Guess what? It's time for our plank. You can do it. You'll look beautiful and strong as you do. Lift up. Remember, you can drop down into your knee, and we can do that in our tabletop as well. That is perfectly fine. But let's go ahead and lift and lower just our left foot. Exhale on the way up. 5 and 4, 3, 2, last one. Lift and hold. Broaden the shoulder. Lift that pelvis up a little higher if you feel like you're sinking down at all. And let's do our little pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees down. Sink back into that lovely child's pose. Ooh, we've turned on our upper body for sure. Take a great big breath here. Big sigh out. Rise back up onto your hands and your knees. Find your tabletop once more. Extend your right foot back. Take a great big breath. Now this time, we're going to open and close our foot. Do you see that? I'm going to lift my foot and touch the outside of my mat and then bring it right back behind me. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Now as we lift and lower, it's kind of like we're making a rainbow shape with that foot, but notice my hip is not what's controlling that movement. It's simply moving up in my ball and socket joint. I'm squeezing my thigh as I lift, dropping it down. Up and down we go. Let's do 3, 2, last one. Bring it back behind you and stay. Now guess what? We're gonna do that in our plank pose too. Go ahead and rise up to that plank. Pull your belly button up and in, broaden your shoulders side to side. Now remember, this is no hula dancing. We're not bumping our booty around like Miss Beyonce. We are gonna lift up and over like a little rainbow. Let's go ahead and open and close. Keep going at your own pace. And remember, you can drop down, you can take a pause, nothing wrong with that. Let's go ahead and do 3, 2, last one. Bring that foot behind you, sink on back, reach yourself down. Take a big inhale, big breath out, and come on back up. Can we do that to our left side? If anyone's wrists are getting a little bit sad, you could of course come on down to a forearm plank, Personally, I find forearm plank to be more challenging for me than a true plank, but remember, every body is different. You don't have to do everything exactly like I do. What is important, what I do want you to focus though on, is pulling our belly button in, lengthening through your spine, and let's open and close that leg. We're trying to keep the hips, the torso totally and completely still while we exclusively move just our left leg. Remember, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, and tone that stomach. Every time you exhale, cinch the waist a little bit more. Broaden those shoulders side to side. Turn on that spot where your thigh and your glute connect. Let's go ahead and do 3, 2, last 1. Ooh, you know what that means. It's time for our plank. Rise up into your plank pose. Tone that stomach. Take a big inhale, and out and in we go. We're touching that toe outside of the mat, bringing it back behind the hip. Open it out, bring it back behind. You got it. Fabulous job, everyone. Let's do 3 and 2. Last 1. Set the knees down. Sink the hips back. Crawl your fingertips away. Take a big deep inhale. Great big sigh out. Roll yourself up to a seat. And we are going to bring our feet out in front of us. Kind of scooch a little bit so you're in the middle of your mat. And I want you to bring your hands behind your thighs. Broaden your shoulders. Stamp your feet into the floor. Sit up tall and straight. Now again, if it feels better for you to flex your feet so you can push, oh, that was hard for me to say, you can push your heels into the floor and your sitting bones and you can really feel those anchor points, that's always a fabulous option. If you prefer to keep your toes on the ground, that is great too. But otherwise, go ahead, take a big inhale, big breath out, reach your hands out in front of you, palms up to the sky. Almost imagine that you're holding a little serving tray right here. We don't want to drop it or have it kind of be wonky. We want it straight out in front of us. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, tip your pelvis back, roll down into our favorite little C curve. Hold right here for a moment. Look at your hands. Did anything kind of change? Hopefully not. We want to keep that tray at the exact same level. We're folding from that sternum. We're curling through the back of the body. I'm going to take a big inhale. Exhale, lift your right foot up. Inhale, touch the toe down. Exhale, lift the foot up. Inhale, touch the toe down. 3 more. Drop it down. 2. Last 1. Lift and hold. Take a great big breath. Big sigh out. Set that foot down. Same thing to the other side. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift the left leg, drop it down. Lift the left leg, drop it down. Remember, it's my whole leg that's moving right now. Every time I exhale and lift, I tone that stomach more. Keep your hands out and away. Hold that tray. Last 1. Lift it up. Stay. Take a great big breath. Exhale, roll yourself all the way up to a great big tall seat. Now, we'll have the option here to keep our hands exactly where they are, or if we need to, hands can come behind the thighs for this next set. It might be a little bit challenging for us. That's okay. But go ahead, let's start here. Choose your path. Big inhale. Exhale, tip the pelvis back, roll down. Find your C curve. Have you found that big, beautiful curve through the back of the body? Again, hands can remain here or we can take them behind us. But what I want us to do is step our foot out and bring it in. Step our foot out and bring it in, just like we did in our tabletop. Now, if your leg doesn't just naturally open up as wide as mine does and you're just making them teeny tiny, that's okay. Remember, it's about feeling strong and confident and doing it correctly in your body, not trying to make it look exactly like me. Last 1, open, close. Set that foot down. Take a big inhale, exhale, roll up. Big breath here to prepare. Exhale, tip the pelvis, rock and roll yourself down. Stamp those feet down, tone the stomach, cinch the waist, curl a little bit more through the back of the body, and we'll begin to open and close our left leg. Just like when we were lifting and lowering our left leg, it's my whole leg that's moving, my entire thigh. It's not moving from my knee or my ankle. Those 2 places are only moving because my thigh is moving. You got it. Let's do 3 more. 2. Last one. Bring that foot back. Curl a little bit more. If you've lost any of that C curve, rise on up. Beautiful job. All right, from here, I want us to lean back. Now, this is a spot where a lot of us may kind of cave in. I hope we don't do that. Instead, I want you to actively press down into the mat and broaden and lift the shoulders. Now, if you are looking straight down at your knee, you have lost some of our neckline. So instead, from here, I want you to think about where your sitting bones are connected and where your spine would naturally reach away. So think about me pulling your ears back and away so we can keep that space between our chin and our chest. From here, stamp a little bit further down into your left foot. Tone that stomach, take a big inhale. Exhale, lift your right foot up. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, drop it down. 3 more, exhale up. Lower down, exhale up. Lower down. Last one, lift and stay. Take a great big breath. Set that foot down, 5 to the other side. Exhale up, inhale, lower. Exhale up, inhale, lower. As you're dropping and lifting that foot, are you noticing any movement in your spine, in your pelvis? I hope not. 2 more. Last one, lift. Set it down, tone that stomach, press down even more, open those shoulders side to side. And now from here, we're gonna do that open and close. So touch that toe out and bring that toe in. Touch the toe out, bring it in. Let's do 3 and 2. Last one. Bring the foot back, plant down, broaden those shoulders, tone the stomach, lengthen through your spine, and 5 to the other side for 5. And exhale, 4. And for 3. 2 more. Last one. Take a great big breath. Exhale, go ahead and curve, tuck that chin in, extend the legs nice and long, and I simply want us to lie all the way down on our mat. And if that felt a little wonky or you didn't look quite like I did, that's okay, who cares? But I do want us to stamp our feet into the floor. Let's find our lovely imprinted spine. Remember, that means to eliminate that space behind the small of our back. Pull your belly button in. Feel your spine touching the mat beneath you. If you were Pinocchio, right now your nose would be growing and pointing straight up to the ceiling. Palms down by your side. Broaden your shoulders. Put a smile on your face. You're doing wonders for your body. Stamp deeper into your heels without lifting the toes. Inhale, lift up. Find your bridge pose. Take a moment here. This is not a yoga bridge where we're trying to open and expand the chest, but still keep those ribs knitting towards one another. Feel your shoulder blades, the back of your body pressing down into the mat. Find those anchor points for yourself. Ideally, that's the back of your shoulders and both feet. Press down evenly into all 4 corners of your foot. Take a great big inhale. Exhale from your sternum, roll all the way down to the ground. Inhale, peel the pelvis up slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time. Lift and hold, take a big breath. Exhale from that sternum, roll right back down. You got it. Last one, we're going to lift up and stay. Press down a little bit more, cinch the waist. Take a great big inhale. As you exhale, stamp deeper into your left foot. Another breath. And now this time, exhale, lift the right leg up for 5. Drop it down as you inhale. Exhale, lift it up. 4, 3, 2, last one. Set the foot down. Realign the hips. Lift up. Press deeper into your right foot. Take a great big breath. Exhale, lift up for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Lift up, drop down. Notice, did your hips shift at all? Did you lower? I did a little bit because we're all human, not perfect all the time, but keep those noses pointing straight up to the sky. Take a breath. From your sternum, roll all the way down. Give yourself a moment to relax. Feel each and every vertebrae touching the mat. One more time, peel yourself up and stay. Guess what we're doing? Our little open and close walk. Press deeper into your left foot. And from here, we'll inhale, lift, exhale, set that toe on the outside of the mat or on the very edge of it. And pull it in. Open and close. Pull it in. 3 more, open. Pull it in. 2, open. Pull it in. Last one, open. Pull it in, set the foot down, realign the hips, lift up a hand higher, draw those ribs in, take a breath. Roll yourself down. One more time, lift up. You know where we're going. What do you need to focus on? Maybe for you, you need to think about the back of your body, the spot where your thigh and your glute connect. Turn that on, squeeze a little bit more, broaden those shoulders. And then let's go ahead and open and close the left leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Press down evenly, lift the hips up just a hint higher, take a great big breath. Roll all the way down to the mat. Give yourself a moment here. Go ahead and windshield wiper the knees just a little bit. Pull them into your chest. Give your knees a little circle. Give yourself a little hug, a little squeeze, and let's rock and roll ourselves all the way up to a nice, easy seat. Thank you so much for joining me for a class today. It was a nice way to start my day. I don't know what time it is for you, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you soon. Give me a like, subscribe, let me know what you think.